What's going on? What have y'all been into on this Tuesday? I've been busy. Mm. I was supposed to come live earlier, but Sister Girl got busy. Sister Girl got busy. Hey, everybody. Wouldn't you like to know? What name is Wouldn't You Like to Know? Y'all be changing y'all names on me sometimes, and I don't be knowing who y'all are. And I be like, who is that? Who is that? Who is that? We may have to do a roll call again so I can find out who y'all are. Hey, just a new me. Hey, everybody. What's going on? What's going on? This is a last minute live, and it ain't going to be long. I just wanted to come on and talk about what's going on, the latest updates and the news for today. I pushed the Hurt Twins live into tomorrow, and it's going to be in the middle of the day tomorrow, like 2 o'clock my time. And the reason being is because it's going to be a minute. It's a 2-hour live that we're breaking down. So it's going to be a minute. So I didn't want to do it tonight because I know a lot of people are going to fall asleep. Do y'all hear the raspiness in my voice? I don't know where that's coming from. She said, I was being a lemon head. His shit is funny, right, about Bad Bunny. Oh, you was listening to Don Lemon? Oh, okay. I got you, girl. Hey, Strawberry Shortcake. People saying Holly lied about Romika pulling up. What? People saying Holly lied about Romika pulling up. How Holly gonna lie when the camera shows that she pulled up? Come on, y'all. Who is people? Who in the world is people? So if Romika didn't pull up, how she get there? How did she get there? That's funny. The camera shows her pulling up. But anyway, hey everybody. Hey. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on in the news? I got a couple of things to mention, but I'm gonna see what you guys talking about first. She said, how can she lie when the girl car was in the middle of the road? Exactly. David said a magic carpet. Hey, David. How did her vehicle get? Hey, David, who's lying saying that she didn't pull up? She said Keys did a live saying they pulled up at the same time. Huh? So if they pulled up at the same time, oh, come on. That don't even make no sense. People still believe in Keys. I think they are. You got listen. She said, I wish they stopped saying Holly went to her car and got the weapon from Holly. Don't worry about that, Laquita. That has to be proven. If they even think that, it has to be proven. Thank you, Barbara King, for the membership. Matter of fact, let me drop my link. Let me do some promoting while we over here on this Tuesday, baby. I haven't promoted. Well, I did the other day. But let me promote. Let me promote my memberships, baby. Let's get these memberships back up and popping like they used to be, honey. Y'all remember when I had like 900 members? Let's get these memberships back up. I'm at like 400 and something now. I'm at like 400 and something now. But if you would like to join the membership to the Loud Talkers, I just dropped the link. You too can become a Loud Talker just by hitting that link and signing up, and you too can be green, lit up in the chat, baby. Let's go. She said they released some video footage of Savannah Guthrie mom abduction. There was a masked man. Yes, Cookie, I saw that. And girl, why do I think it's the son-in-law? Listen, yes, let's talk about it. That's what I want to talk about. That's one of the things I want to talk about. I think it is the son-in-law. What do y'all think? The dude pretty much showed like his mouth area and his eyes. Like, to be honest with you, I think they already know who it is. You know what I'm saying? I think they know. I think before they released it, because how long it's been now? 8 days? I think it's been 8 days. So before they released it, I think that they've done their investigation. And they released it to see if they're going to, maybe get some different reactions from that neighborhood. because I heard, she said, I think it's the daughter. It can't be the daughter. It is a man. It's a man. It's absolutely a man. But you said, I think it's the daughter. I'm thinking the daughter husband, the son-in-law, but not the daughter, because you know the dude. Let's watch it. Let's watch it. Let's watch it. She said, update now. Someone has been detained. Somebody's been detained. OMG. Let's watch it. Let's watch it. Let's watch it. Let's go to it. Let's go to it. Let's go to it. Let's go to it. Nancy Guthrie. Happy Tuesday, everybody coming in. She said, I don't believe nothing Fox say. You don't? She said, what happened? So, you know, Nancy Guthrie, I think that's how you say her name, Guthrie, got kidnapped like 8 days ago, right? An 84-year-old woman got kidnapped from her own home, and she's been missing. She don't have her medicine with her, her machine, her pacemaker machine, or anything like that, right? So she got missing out of her home, and they've been looking for her. And the dude sent a ransom note for like $6 million, right? So they found blood right outside of her house, but her Ring cameras was detached and stolen from her home. Where they just released a video today where it shows like the person disconnecting the Ring cameras, right? And even though he snatched some brush, you know, like weeds or whatever, trying to cover up his, you know, put it in front of the camera so the camera wouldn't be able to see who he was, they detected like he had a mask on his face, but they detected like the eye area of the person and the mouth area of the person. So the FBI is definitely on this case. And I think that they know who did it. So they said they went to the daughter, which is Ann Guthrie. And I hope I'm not saying the name wrong, but they went to Ann Guthrie's house, or should I say neighborhood, which is about 12 to 15 minutes from the mother. So let me see what they're talking about. Hold on.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow, and my husband Ryan died when he was 35 years old.
All right, what are we looking at? Hold on.
We'd have to use life insurance for either of us.
Oh no, sorry about that, y'all. Let's see what they saying over here. Let's see what the FBI talking about.
I've got too many people talking to me at once. What's up? More contacts?
So they're talking very low because they don't want the reporter that's standing behind them to hear what they're saying. So the FBI is whispering pretty much. Oh, the brother-in-law has been cleared? What?
You can see them inside. They went in.
The brother-in-law has been cleared? Okay, wow. Well, it's definitely a man. Let's see the video of the let me show y'all the video just in case y'all have not seen the video of the guy disarming the door cam.
Obviously we know.
Okay, let's watch this one. It's about 12 minutes long.
It's the first major break in the abduction of Nancy Guthrie. Today, the FBI releasing these new images and videos of a possible suspect in the case.
The new images show a person wearing a mask and gloves appearing on Nancy's front porch in the middle of the night, trying to shield themselves from the doorbell camera with what looks like a gun in their waistband and a backpack full of something. Nancy's daughter, Savannah Guthrie, posting these images on social media saying, "We believe she's still out there." Thank you for joining us for 12 News at 4. I'm Troy Hayden.
And I'm Freya Mai. 12 News journalist Gabriella Batera is live in Tucson with the latest. And Gabriella, what are the FBI saying about this person?
Well, right now, Tram, the FBI says this person is
Hold on.
a subject in connection to this case. The FBI and the Pima County Sheriff's Department have not yet identified a suspect or person of interest. But one of the very first things we noticed about Nancy's home when we got down here last Monday was that the doorbell camera was missing. The bracket is still on the wall, but the actual device is not there. And the sheriff's office told us that they had not been able to locate that camera. But now for the very first time, we're seeing what it captured just before it was disabled around 1:40 1:47 a.m. on February 1st, the night that Nancy disappeared. Let's take another look at those videos that the FBI shared this morning. They show a man walk up to Nancy's porch wearing a ski mask, a hoodie, light-colored pants, gloves, and gym shoes. He's also wearing a backpack that has reflectors on the strap and appears to be armed with a holster around his waist. Now, the man uses his hand to cover the top part of the camera where the lens is while trying to remove the device from the wall. At one point, he goes to grab flowers from Nancy's bushes to block the camera before moving it. The FBI was able to recover these videos from residual data located in back-end systems, they tell us. We know the doorbell camera at Nancy's house was disconnected at 1:47 a.m. on February 1st. And FBI Director Kash Patel says they've been working with private sector partners to recover any images from Nancy's home that may have been lost or corrupted. All of the videos that have been released so far appear to come from the doorbell camera only, but we know that she had multiple cameras located around the house. And a short time later that morning at 2:12 a.m., one of the cameras detected a person. That video has yet to be released if it has been recovered yet. But as you mentioned, Savannah Guthrie joined the FBI in sharing these very chilling photos and videos of this person on her mother's doorstep. She is pleading alongside the FBI that anyone who might recognize even the smallest detail to be able to identify this person to contact the FBI directly at 1-800-CALL-FBI. Live in Tucson, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
Gabriela, and obviously we know that it took 8 days to recover this video. Very difficult for law enforcement to sift through and really get to the approval to get this video. But I'm wondering, since this major break, have you seen much activity being in front of Nancy's house?
At Nancy's house, we have not. We've only seen the 2 deputies that have been staged here for the last couple days, just monitoring the home. We know there is activity happening beyond Nancy's house, though, in the neighboring communities. And so investigators are still busy at work, just not at Nancy's house today.
Yeah, and you would think.
I think it's a man, y'all. I know y'all in the comments saying it looked like a woman, but they showed a picture where it had a mustache, unless the woman put on a fake mustache. But it showed that the man had a mustache. So I do think it's a man. And another thing, the lady wasn't a small lady. She wasn't like a little petite 120-pound lady. She was an 84-year-old, but she had some weight on her. So I'm thinking it had to be more than one person, because how in the world can one person carry a bigger size woman? Okay.
If they were able to get this video after all this time, it's possible they've found video or maybe searching surrounding homes for that as well. So Gabby, thank you. Much more now on this video.
Well, shortly after the new video and images were released, law enforcement arrived into Annie Guthrie's neighborhood.
Yeah, and of course, that's Nancy's daughter, Savannah's sister.
So Annie neighborhood, the FBI then went to Annie's neighborhood.
Here we are, Sean. Coincidence? We get this big break in this case, and all of a sudden now, more law enforcement at this house.
Yeah, Chairman Troy, that's absolutely right. A lot of activity along Annie Guthrie Street. This is Tornero Street, here about 10 to 15 minutes away from Nancy Guthrie's home. And what we saw throughout this afternoon was 2 groups of federal agents, FBI agents, combined with Pima County Sheriff's Office investigators walk along this street and knock on every single door. And I had a chance to speak with two women who live in one of the homes they were interested in. And what these 2 women inside told me is that these federal agents were asking for permission to enter their homes, but also search backyard areas and areas adjacent between homes. This is rugged desert terrain areas. So they were in search of something. And what these 2 women told me is they were looking for, quote, placed evidence, something that whomever took Nancy may have placed on a neighboring property here in and around Annie Guthrie's property. So let's take you to video of what we witnessed this afternoon. This all started at about 2 o'clock, so about 3 hours after that surveillance video evidence was released. You can see agents walk up to front doors. They spoke with homeowners and were let inside backyard areas and the inside of homes by nearly every single resident if they were home. Video shows them scouring this desert terrain adjacent to homes, even looking in people's backyards in search of evidence. We saw them walk into one homeowner's camper trailer that was parked right on the side of their home. Now, this increase in activity near Annie Guthrie's home comes just hours after they released that surveillance footage from Nancy's front door on the night she was taken. The FBI has continued to ask anyone who may know something to come forward, report what they know, have seen, or heard. And investigators, we're told, will follow up with every single tip that comes in. Could it have been a new tip that led them to this area? At this point, we do not know. As I mentioned, Annie Guthrie's house here in the Tucson area is just to the southwest of Nancy's home. It's about a 10 to 15 minute drive. Now, today we have not seen any sight of Annie Guthrie or Tommaso Cioni. That is Nancy Guthrie's son-in-law. Throughout the day today that we've been here the last 5 or 6.
So I'm going to put it on. Y'all saying on CNN is giving the latest updates because this was about an hour ago. So y'all saying it's the latest updates on CNN. Let's go to CNN and see, because they went to the son-in-law and the daughter's home. So let's see what they're saying.
Was put in any money, any Bitcoin was deposited, or anything removed or shut down. We knew there was no money in that account, no value in the account, but $6 million in Bitcoin reportedly was requested.
But it's noteworthy that, you know, TMZ and
so they asked it for $6 million in Bitcoin. I don't know the conversion. Anybody know the conversion? How much is that in USD? $6 million in Bitcoin.
Harvey Levin, who you're talking about now, you know, they had one of the first ransom notes was sent to them, and there was information about this Bitcoin account. But it's notable that these Bitcoin accounts, you can kind of generate another one in 10 to 12 minutes. Sometimes 3 to 12 minutes, depending on who the person is opening the account. So it's not as if they were stuck with this one Bitcoin account. And if it went public and they knew that it was being watched, maybe there was a different Bitcoin account that was established because of it. Now, we're getting word tonight that Harvey Levin was on a different network talking about the fact that there is a little bit of activity happening with that account that was on their ransom note. Then, you know, maybe there is still some connection there, but right now it's very muddy as far as how
we actually
much
Trace
that plays.
Yeah,
in
Trace, we actually
today.
Sorry, Trace, we actually have that clip with Harvey Levin. Let's watch.
About 12 minutes ago, we saw activity in that account.
Activity like what?
That's what I can't talk about. There are reasons I can't, but all I can say is there is now activity in that Bitcoin account.
Okay, again, we don't know anymore.
If somebody have y'all kidnap me and for $20 million, can y'all split it with me, please? I mean, can you please? She said NBC is live now more. Oh, we look like we chasing NBC. Okay.
For Savannah, our friend, our colleague, a member of our NBC News family here, and her family, the Guthrie family, and you see this individual wearing a mask with those gloves on, with that backpack, Tom, these clues that investigators have keyed in on and critically have gotten out to the public because, as Savannah herself has said, somebody must know something, essentially. And I'm paraphrasing a post that she put out. But if you see anything you recognize, including what appears to be that holster with a gun in the waistband, call the tip line, Tom. That is incredibly critical here.
It is incredibly critical, and any law enforcement person will tell you, if you still think you have information, don't stop calling, because they still need to figure out some more information about this person as they determine whether or not they're involved.
Let me tell you something. They're going to find the person. The reason being is not even because they just going to automatically know who it is, right? They're going to find the person because of somebody, a tip. Okay, you know how your man stand, your boyfriend stand, you know how they walk, how they dress, their mannerisms or whatever. Somebody knows who this is. You know, several people knows who this is. You know what I mean?
With this crime, whether or not it is the person that is seen in those videos, and whether or not they have more information, or if there's any other people that they should be taking a look at. You're looking at the numbers there on screen. And so I have seen in a number of major cases in this country that we've all covered and all know off the top of our heads that the information that law enforcement sometimes gets
after they've taken somebody into questioning, after there's been an arrest, is almost just as important as the information before it, to make sure that they have the right person, and eventually, if this goes to trial, that they have the right information to present before a jury.
Tom, I'm going to ask you to stand by, and I want to bring in our colleague, our Chief Justice and National Affairs correspondent, Kelly O'Donnell, who is in Tucson for us tonight. And Kelly, we have seen obviously an active situation on the ground where you are. That was not altogether unexpected. The FBI had said they would have law enforcement officials and their personnel out going door to door, as this is a case that has gotten attention at the highest levels of the federal government, including from President Trump himself.
Very much so. The president has made public his interest in seeing a resolution in this case. The FBI director has been in Arizona, unrelated business, but then made it his business to be a part of the Tucson Command Center. It is a 24/7 operation. In speaking with different sources, they are saying that this matter that Tom has been talking about, this detaining of a person for questioning, is the Pima County Sheriff's Department and not something that is directly led by the FBI. That is from multiple sources at the federal level, that this is Pima County Sheriff. Remember that Pima County is the lead agency supported by the FBI, because as of this point, what is known about these events and any criminal activity related to them is that it has happened within the borders of Pima County until there is information to suggest something else.
I think it's somebody that knows her as well. I absolutely think that it's somebody that knows her. I don't know why y'all saying it looks like a female. How? It has a mustache.
At the same time, it is on its face obvious that this has been of national interest. The billboards with information about Nancy Guthrie spread across the Southwest region. As you have been so careful about this, what is important to know is the range of options of what this could be. It could be the person that's in the video, as you've discussed. It could also be someone who has other information that might be.
Yeah, because, okay, so let's just say a female, or let's just say whoever did it, this person may not be the person that did it. This person their only job may have been to just disarm the doorbell, the Ring doorbell.
Useful to investigators at this time. It could be someone that is brought into questioning based on someone's tip. There's a large range here. And part of what we don't yet know is if this person will be taken into charges. There's no indication of that yet. There is often questioning of people of interest that don't result in being a subject or target of the probe. So many questions. Without question, this is an important development. This is a sign of how law enforcement is engaged and active. But just to level set for our audience, as you've been doing in the conversation so far, we have many questions about what this means. It's clearly important. It's a critical step. And we have to just do more work and wait to see what law enforcement can tell us about how significant this is in terms of that person being directly involved or having information that can lead to the return of Nancy Guthrie. Hallie?
Kelly O'Donnell, thank you. I want to quickly bring in our NBC News law enforcement analyst, Evie Pomporis. Bring us inside, Evie, what this questioning may look like now to this individual who's been detained, according to a person familiar.
Okay, with the minimal information we have, let's assume that they suspect this person has some type of direct involvement or know something. The first thing I want to know is, where were you at the time of this incident, right? Alibi, that kind of thing.
So what it sounds to me is they have detained the guy that's in the camera, okay? That has the gloves on. It sounds like that they have detained him, okay? So whether he is the one that did it, it sounds like he's the one that has been detained. So for those that don't know what's going on, 84-year-old Nancy, how you say her name again? Guthrie, okay? Nancy Guthrie, which is Savannah Guthrie's mother. Savannah Guthrie is like a big talk show host, okay? News, I think Today's Show or something like that. But anyway, they kidnapped her 84-year-old mother 84 days ago from her home, okay? And whoever kidnapped her wanted a ransom of $6 million. Well, we're hearing today $6 million in Bitcoin, which some of you guys are saying is like $20 million or something like that, USD, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. But nevertheless, they requested $6 million for her return. So, of course, the FBI and everybody is involved. This happened in Arizona. I want to say Tucson, Arizona, out in the desert. So when they kidnapped her from her home, it was shortly after she returned home from a family dinner. So apparently, I'm assuming she was being watched, okay? And it does sound like an inside job, but we don't know 100% yet whether it was or not. But they are asking for money. But when they kidnapped her 8 days ago, some of her blood was left right outside of her residence. Now, this is an elderly lady. Let me see if I can put up a picture of her right quick. She has a pacemaker. She wears a pacemaker, should I say. And whoever kidnapped her, they literally left all her medication. So she has none of her medication. And she has a pacemaker that they disconnected her from her pacemaker. Okay. So, I don't know. It doesn't sound good, but the daughter right there, Savannah, she thinks that she's still alive and that she's going to be returned safely. And I hope that she is, but I'm just looking at the circumstances of 8 days with an elderly lady. And in my opinion, when someone kidnap you, they be really relying on you to be somewhat self-sufficient, to bathe yourself, feed yourself, clothe yourself, care for yourself. And I'm not saying that Miss Nancy can't do that, but she's 84 years old, okay? 84 years old. So I've seen somebody in the comments say the daughter, Savannah, has a lot of money, and that's probably what they're after, okay? Now, I hope this doesn't turn into anything really freaky and they find out that Savannah has something to do with it. I don't think that she does, but I'm just saying I hope that it doesn't go down that route because it's going to be, that's going to be ugly. She said this is a sales signal for Bitcoin, buy physical gold. Oh. So anyway, but she's at 84 and scared. Exactly. So no medication. Hell, I'm 53 and I can't go no 8 days without my acid reflux meds. You know what I mean? 8 days without my acid reflux, it's gonna be a bad thing. So I mean, I don't know what all medication she was on, but she was left with nothing. All right. She said Savannah's sister and her husband, maybe. Well, somebody said in the comments that the son-in-law, which is Savannah's sister name is Ann, right? Annie, I think it's Annie. They said the son-in-law has already been cleared. So if he's been cleared, then it's not him. She said to release a photo of the alleged kidnapper today. Did they? Are you sure, Kathleen? Because unless they just did it in the last 5 minutes, they said that they wasn't releasing any photos just yet. Unless she's with someone that has some medicine she could take. Yeah, unless they already have that. But I mean, she's 84 years old. She needs her care. I'm sure she probably had a nurse to come in and see her from time to time or so. I don't know. I mean, she said cleared because he hired a hitman. Oh, so y'all think he hired a hitman? I don't know. But they were looking. Thank you, Benita. They were looking around her home because they were basically saying, as an individual, like say for instance, if it was just an individual kidnapping, right? It would be very difficult for them to kidnap a woman. Have y'all ever heard of that saying that only skinny people get kidnapped? They don't kidnap heavyset people. Have y'all ever heard of that? Well, I know I heard of it. It was actually done as a joke, but nevertheless, they're saying that it would have been difficult to kidnap her because she is larger in size and she's not 100% mobile. She has to, she needs some level of assistance with her mobility. Okay. I think she can walk a few steps, but she's not very mobile. So with that being said, who's picking her up? Who's carrying her? How do they get her without screaming? I'm thinking about that type of stuff. It's not like somebody that you could just scoop up and throw in the trunk. You know what I mean? She said, isn't she on a pacemaker? They disconnected the pacemaker. They disconnected it and left the pacemaker at her house. She used a walking cane. Yeah, okay, a walking cane. So, but she's not just easily able to be snatched up, thrown in the trunk, tied up, and ride out, right? It would have took a struggle, is what I'm trying to say. Maybe even 2 or 3 people involved. I don't think it'll just be one person. She said, yes, she's on a walker, and they left the walker. They done left the walker too. So they done left everything, her medicine, the pacemaker, the walker. They didn't even take any of her clothing. So it's been 8 days. Like, I hate to sound so dampering, but 8 days, no clean clothing. You know, I mean, they may have her some clothing, but not her clothes, not what she's used to. No toiletry bag, you know. Anyway, she said, wait, I thought a pacemaker was under your skin over the heart, but it's connected to something. And they said it was disconnected. The pacemaker was disconnected. I don't know how you disconnect the pacemaker. She said the pacemaker's in her body. They disconnected the wire connection. Oh, they disconnected. Oh, okay. So the pacemaker is disconnected from the what? Oh, it's disconnected from her cell phone. Oh, okay. Girl, child. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Okay, so apparently she has her pacemaker on her. Zena Hill said, in reference to the Guthrie case, they're saying it's an old bandmate of the son-in-law. What? They're actually saying who it is? But I'm gonna tell you this: if the guy is in the band with the brother-in-law, then the brother-in-law has something to do with it. Because how the brother-in-law, how the guy know where she lives and what time she was coming home? I hope it doesn't become a trend, kidnapping the elderly. I hope not either, Marley. Thank you, Candy. Candy said, y'all thumbs up the video. Yes, please thumbs up this video. Please support them more by sending them more. Super chat. Thanks for the support. Thank you, Candy. Appreciate it. She said, oh, wow. How she is found soon. I hope she is found soon as they. I do too. So what do y'all think? What are you thinking? 8 days, 84 years old, kidnapped from her home. Do you think she is still alive? What do you think? They had a ransom out for her return. $6 million in Bitcoins. What do you think? What do you think? She said they haven't cleared nobody. Okay, she said, I don't have no money, so. MB says she is gone, sadly. Oh, man, I don't have no money. Okay, no. Yes, probably not. So, a few people are saying that, sadly, they feel like she is no longer with us. Because let's talk about it, though. They found her blood right outside of her home. Where did that come from? What did she do? Scrape her leg? I hope she's alive, too. I do, too, without her pacemaker. Well, they say she has her pacemaker. It's just disconnected from her phone. So I don't know how that works. I don't think she would be found alive. It's sad. Did they ever show proof of life? No, they did not show proof of life. And they said that they wasn't going to send no money unless they saw proof of life. But then you heard TMZ say 12 minutes ago that they just saw activity in the bank account. I think she may still be alive because I believe it's someone that they know who took her, meaning that someone like a relative. She said, right, they already found blood. Yes, they found blood the first day. She said, I sent you a video. Okay, let me look at what you sent me.
For Nancy Guthrie, the 84-year-old mom. Back on the air this out.
Okay, let's put it up what J. Lou sent me.
Mother of Today's Show host Savannah Guthrie. The Pima County Sheriff's Department, with assistance from the FBI, has detained an individual at this hour for questioning in connection with the abduction of Nancy Guthrie. Again, a person detained in connection with this case. A law enforcement official briefed on the investigation, telling ABC News. I want to bring in our chief investigative correspondent, Aaron Guthrie, live in Tucson. Aaron, do we know where this person was detained?
This individual was detained in connection with Nancy Guthrie's disappearance, according to the law enforcement official, David, south of Tucson. A specific location was not disclosed, but we know that a SWAT team had left the Pima County Sheriff's Department heading to point south, and at a location south of Tucson, a law enforcement official tells ABC News an individual has been detained in connection with Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. David, this development comes on the same day the first images of an individual approaching Nancy Guthrie's home were released, and as authorities continued to search in and around this neighborhood where her home is. We saw them searching a drain pipe, conducting other investigative steps today. But the breaking development here now, David, an individual has been detained for questioning in connection with the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie.
Aaron, stay with me here. Aaron with us live from Tucson. We can show the audience the video now of the person, the subject that the FBI had released video of earlier in the day. This was the first time we had seen a development of this scope in this case, someone at the door. This was video retrieved from that Nest camera after the FBI worked directly with Google. And Aaron, just to be clear here, this person detained in connection with the case, authorities are not saying if it's the person that we see in this video. They're also not saying this is a suspect. They're simply saying at this hour, a person detained in connection with this case.
So they're not even saying if the person that's detained is the same one that was at the doorbell.
They are only saying that it's an individual detained in connection with the case, not calling the person a suspect or a person of interest, not saying there's any connection at this point with the images that were released earlier today by the FBI. But law enforcement officials have obtained a search warrant. They're going to be searching a location south of Tucson where this individual was detained. They're going to be going through that location. That could take hours, and either that search would resolve the matter and that could be it, or there could be some further development associated with this individual. But right now, the person is not considered a suspect, we're told, only someone taken for questioning, detained.
And with just a few seconds left, Aaron, a search warrant that will play out in the location where they detain this person?
That's right, David. The search warrant is for a location.
So it sounds like they detained the guy and now they're searching his area to see whether, maybe he have her hidden out or, any type of trace that leads them to her.
Associated with this individual, specifically what it says, what they're looking for, has not been made clear.
All right. Aaron Guthrie, our chief investigative correspondent, reporting at this hour, a person has been detained in connection with the disappearance of 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie, of course, the mother of Today's Show host Savannah Guthrie. The whole nation has been praying for days that there would be a development that would bring Nancy Guthrie home. We're back on the air at this hour.
8 days. 8 days. 8 days. That's crazy. Let me look up this name right here that somebody put in here. Dominique. Ooh, that sounds like a black guy. Aaron. Ooh, that sounds like a black guy. Lee. Ooh, that sounds like a black guy. Let's look him up. Evans. Ooh, that sounds like a black guy. Let's look him up, y'all. What? Let me see. What? Oh, she said the bald head guy is the son-in-law, and the friend, the band member, is the guy in the black. Well, that do look kind of like him, but y'all said the person that was detained. I don't know. She said, I think the sister's body language was off when they made the TV appeal for help finding their mother. So all of this is going to unravel, and we're going to find out exactly what happened. Let me tell you, I guarantee you the FBI knows more than what they are releasing right now. I guarantee you there is more to this story, and it's going to be a wow factor. You know what I'm saying? Whether the daughter was involved or not, it's definitely going to be a wow factor. I think the FBI knows more than what they are saying, in my opinion. Okay. That's what I think. And it said, as far as the ransom notes, it says multiple ransom notes were reportedly circulated 2 local media outlets demanding payment, with amount ranging from $6 million in Bitcoin, but no verified payment or further contact from alleged captors have been confirmed. Authorities say they have not yet confirmed the authenticity of the ransom message. The deadline set is one of the ransom demand has already passed. So they kept pushing the deadline back, okay? Because, you know, it passed and then they was like, oh, let me do another one. So anyway, it says the FBI is offering a reward of $50K for information leading to the safe return, but they are asking for proof of life. They have yet to see that. Savannah Guthrie and her siblings have made emotional public pleas for their mother return, urging the kidnapper or anyone who has information to contact them and suggest that they are willing to pay for her safe return. All right. So that's what we have right now. But I'm sure probably in the next few hours or so, we will have more update, because I believe that they're going to be carrying this throughout the night. So we're going to pause on it just for a moment, because we'll be here for hours trying to get every little update we can in dealing with this case. I think it's going to be in the wee hours of the morning before they continue, should I say, finish searching the area of, you know, the guy, the band member or whatever, Dominique. They're searching his area, and I'm sure it's going to take them a while, hours, sometimes probably hours and hours, like depends, you know, 4, 5, 12, you know, it depends. She said, I agree, the FBI knows. I think so too. I think they know, because it's like they're calm. They're not like, you know, in a rush or hurry. I think they already know something, but they're just looking to, you know, to find out more. So we're going to pause on that, and we're going to talk about something different, because I think they're going to be there all night. Now, if anybody is still watching the follow-up, if they so happen to find the body or something like that while we're still talking, please let me know, and I will jump right back into it, okay? But I think that the coverage right now is going to last into the wee hours of the morning, and maybe even tomorrow, okay? But I am interested in whether or not she's going to be found safe or not, because to KI, an 84-year-old, you have to probably be the most disgusting person in the world, okay? So I don't even know who could do something like that. Yeah. It has to be the most disgusting person in the world. So she said, from my limited understanding, it's hard to trace Bitcoin. That's why scammers use it. Oh, okay. She said, wow, the suspect was detained during a traffic stop, which tells you what? Which tells you, I'm telling you, the FBI, they be on their crap. I believe before they even released the video, the Nest video, the video of the camera, I believe before they released it, they already know who it was. They just released it to the news, right? And the news is sitting up there like myself trying to figure out who is it? Who is it? Who is it? I believe the FBI already knew who it was. So if they caught him in traffic stop, they already knew who he was. They just released it for our knowledge, but they already knew who they were looking for. So that's my opinion about that. That's my opinion about that. So let's change the chapter to, or should I say back to, you got, somebody came in here and said that someone was saying they had footage or something, information that proved that they pulled up at the same time, that Holly and Romika pulled up at the same time. Where are they getting this information from? Do anybody know that? I try my best not to go over to the Romika supporters pages. You know, no ill feelings toward them or anything like that. I just prefer not to listen to all those regurgitated lies. You know what I'm saying? I just don't, because I just think that most of them are so clueless, and I just prefer not to just listen to that. But where are they getting that they pulled up at the same time? She said Keys page. But was it any proof, or is it just something that he said out of his mouth? Keys He's misrepresenting the court documents, in my opinion. So that's why I don't, is that Carlos? Is that you, Carlos? Right, boy, Loso? Is that you, Carlos? If it is, what's up? What's up? Carlos in the chat. I think that's Carlos. Unless somebody else did that. Carlos, tell me if that's you or not. But if he said that, she said, or something he pulled out of his butt. Oh, is he pulled it out of his butt? Oh, it is Carlos. Hey, Carlos, everybody in the chat say, hey, Carlos, they're going to be throwing spitballs at you tomorrow. But I don't believe that they pulled up at the same time because the defense has video footage showing when she bust the U-turn and pulled up right behind the vehicle. So how is it that they could pull up right behind his vehicle if they pulled up at the same time? Okay. So I find that hard to believe. I actually don't believe it at all. I don't believe it at all. Okay. The defense has video footage. But, it's sad that that type of information is getting out because people would definitely believe it. And then they'll be on my Facebook page fighting me over it. You know what I'm saying? They pulled up at the same time. Now explain that, So I think that it's damaging information to be spreading those type of falsehoods. I just don't think it's safe at all, And like Trina said the other day, we can like her or not. Like she said the other day, they're creating reasonable doubt, right? All this information that they're putting out, all these falsehoods that they're spreading with no receipts, no proof, no evidence, nothing legal, nothing lawful. And they're just putting this information out. Like they're creating reasonable doubt. I don't even think that they even know this. They probably like, oh no, we're helping the case. We're making them look, we're making Holly look bad. We're making Carlos look bad. No, what you're doing is creating reasonable doubt. It can only be one version of the story. If you get several versions of the story, then that's going to create reasonable doubt. Right? She said they don't realize they're making it worse by spreading all these lies or theories without receipts. Absolutely. Say that again. Say that again. That's exactly what they're doing. And that's why Trina got upset with them. She's like, just stick to the paperwork. Stick to the paperwork. Just stick to the paperwork. But they don't want to stick to the paperwork. They want to put falsehoods out there, switch, turn, flip. Hey, Cheryl, what's up, baby? They want to flip, turn, and, and spread all these lies out here. She said they're reading the court documents from the court. But are they reading it from the court or are they misinterpreting it? They are really making the witnesses look non-credible, LOL. Oh my goodness. So if they're reading the court documents straight from the court, I'm sure the courts didn't say that, right? I'm sure the courts didn't say that they popped up at the same time. Okay. She said they are really, okay, I read that. Creating reasonable doubt and playing on people's emotions. That part, Rita. Creating reasonable doubt and playing on people's emotions. She said Keys was reading court documents. Ari was walking through the timeline. She was saying Ramika got there not long after them, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, that's what she said. I mean, yeah, she pulled up a little bit after they did, but they were there first. But I think I seen somebody in my comments today on Facebook saying something like, they pulled up to Ramika's school. They still on that. So it's still people that literally feel that they pulled up to Ramika's school, like literally the school. But not only that, they also think that they went back to the car. She went back to the car to get the weapon. But the thing about that is, let's just say the witness say she went back to the car and got the weapon. If the defense is saying, nope, my client did not do that, my client had the weapon on her. The state has to prove that she went back to the car or that she did not have the weapon on her, one or the other. The state has to prove that she didn't have the weapon on her, which means that he has to go get some type of experts to say it's impossible for her to have carried a 9mm on her person, with the attire that she had on, right? Or, so they have to prove that it was impossible, or they would have to prove that she went back to the car. And without video footage, how are they going to prove that she went back to the car? They're not just going to take a one witness word, especially when she was, in transit, moving about. Hey, Meg, what's going on? How are you? Hadn't seen you in a minute. But they would have to, the witness was in transit. And that's what we have to understand. Witness number 3 and witness number 5, their statement is going to be scrutinized the most. Why? Because they were both in transit. They were not there from the beginning to the end. Now, you're not required to be there from the beginning to the end, right? However, the fact that you were en route, in transit, on a bus, walking with your, it's too many things on top of that, distractions, that where you can't definitively say that you saw and heard everything. And we already heard witness number 3 say, I was there, I saw it all, right? So right there, if Ari gets her to lock in on just that statement alone, I saw everything, because that's what she said on the bloggers panel, right? I saw everything. If Ari can get her to lock in on I saw everything, then she's going to be able to prove her inconsistence. Why? Because she didn't see everything. She wasn't there the entire time. She was riding on the bus, getting off the bus, walking, had her baby, crossing the street. She had too many things, too many variables. She could not see everything. She could not see everything. And then the other young lady, she was driving. She pulled into her job. She got out the car, walked in the building, and had to find a spot in her business area to look out the window. Yeah, okay, that's a whole lot going on as well. They were both in transit. And then the other ones was like, well, yeah, I didn't see this, I didn't see that, I didn't see this. So yeah, I just don't think that it's gonna be as clean cut or as easy as they think it's gonna be. It's absolutely not, unless some video footage pops up and basically cross out everything that the defense is saying. Unless that happens, which we don't think is going to happen, right? But unless that happens, then it's not going to be as easy as they think. And why do they want Carlos locked up so bad? The reason why they want Carlos locked up, because that will prove their narrative about it was planned. They want so badly to believe that all of this was planned. They were in some type of cahoots. They're like, let's lure her here. Let's get her here. Let's play on her top. Let's unalive her today. Today is the day. Today is the day. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that the reason why they want Carlos locked up, because that will further give them that feel-good enzyme that it was all planned out perfectly. Like it's the perfect murder type shit. You know what I mean? Ari was still pinpointing W3 location as well. Ari said W3 was in Chinatown when they got on the scene. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Per the CTA bus footage. Per the CTA bus footage. From my knowledge, the only footage that was off was the Shark restaurant. The CTA footage and the pod cameras were not off. Just the Shark's restaurant. So the information that she saw from the Shark's restaurant was off, but not the CTA footage and the pod cameras. I don't think it was planned at all. I don't think it was planned at all either. I mean, they had their phones, right? I believe that it was planned. They were being able to look at old text messages or things of that nature or whatever. Because if not, then you're looking at a master murderer. You know what I mean? Like, come on, I'm not trying to downplay Holly or Carlos, but I mean, hell, if that's the case, they need to be hired by somebody. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think the best, smartest person can get away with it, right? Look at the dude that was in Chicago. The one that got 15 years education and is a heart surgeon, a cardiovascular surgeon. Michael McKees. His ass got caught. And he's smart, but I guarantee you, he think that he created the perfect murder. This joker left his cell phone at his job because he didn't want it to trace back to where he was at. But he was caught on camera in their home days prior. So anyway, so I just don't think that, I actually don't think there's a certain thing as a perfect murder. I think that they will find out who did it. They will be able to trace, especially with everything that's going on in the world today with all the cameras and shit like that. But I do not believe that they're going to be able to prove what they think they're going to be able to prove. And that is, oh, this was planned and, you know, she wanted to do this. It was deliberate. It was her intentions. Okay. I don't think so. My auntie was found DEAD in her home. Her son-in-law is in jail for it. His dumbass showed up to the scene in the same damn shoes. Really? Oh, my Lord. And see, those are the type of things that they don't even be thinking about. OMG. She said the son-in-law showed up in the same shoes. Just like Michael McKee's. Michael McKee took the weapon that he used to pum his ex-wife and her new husband back to his house. Make that make sense. That gun would have been in the nearest mother effing river. I would have stopped at one of them rivers and tossed it over. I would not have taken that back to my house. Ain't no way. Intentional criminals don't call 911 and stay on the scene until police arrive. Right. And I saw where somebody was saying something about she should have dialed 911, and the fact that she didn't dial 911 proves that you know, she didn't abide by the what was it, the restraining order, which means that that's going to be void and null. No, it's not. That absolutely does not mean that at all. Everybody will be surprised what is going on. What do you mean? How you say your name? I'm just gonna call. I don't want to butcher your name, but what do you mean, McBride? They keep saying Carlos wanted Ramika dead and talked Holly into doing it, and now he's showing up for court. And now he's not showing up for court. Well, that's not true. Those are lies. Those are lies, 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 lies. They probably just want him to show up in court so they can probably try to fight him or something, you know? It was planned, but Ramika pulled up on her own mission and Carlos tried to get her into the car. Make it make sense, LOL. Oh, yeah. Oh, at first I had to read that again. Like, wait a minute, are you trolling me? I got you, though. You saying if it was planned, they saying it was planned, but she pulled up on her own. And Carlos tried to stop it, right? Say, no, don't do it, right? It was planned, but yeah, but they say it was planned, but they also say, oh, he was restraining her. What was he restraining her for? What was he restraining her for? Even though I don't even believe that's true. I don't even believe that's true. I think when I first started this story and I listened to Keys, you know, he came up on my channel, not Keys, I'm sorry, Q. And he started saying these things and I took what he was saying. I don't know if I took it as gospel, but I took it or whatever. And then I'm up here saying, oh, yeah, and I'm trying to explain it away and come to find out that joker was lying his ass off. And I'm just like, oh, my God. That's why I don't see how anybody believe him. But, hey, to each his own. To each his own. To each his own. Yeah, but I don't know. I think people just wanted to go their way. Honestly, you want me to tell you, I think it's only a handful of people that care about this case. Let's talk about that for a second. I don't think as many people out here that's screaming justice for Ramika, I don't think that they give a damn about justice for Ramika. I think that they've in their minds, they've developed this side thing, you know, oh, my side, your side, and we want to just win, right? I don't think it has anything to do with a justice for Ramika at all. I think majority of it is just noise because they want to be on like a winning team. I do not think that a lot of these people that are advocating or pretending to advocate every day are really justice for Ramika. I just don't think so. I came in here late. Was you saying that people are saying that they all pulled up at the same time now? How is that even possible if she did a U-turn? Exactly, Teresa. But that just means that you're thinking. You thought it out. You're thinking, right? Because a lot of these people are not thinking. They're just talking. And they're just putting the information out. And then somebody is hearing it and they're grabbing it. And then they go run and tell somebody else. Right? Regurgitating lies. It's a money grab for some of them, and it's sad. I believe that. I absolutely believe that. I just do not believe that. She said, Amor, can you get the court documents? You know, Chicago documents are hard to get. We've tried to get them a couple of times. You got to literally know somebody there that will go to the court and get the documents for you. I can't get them online, and we've tried. Only thing I've been able to get online is just the paperwork dealing with her appeal. So if I know somebody from Chicago, if they'll get them for me. I had one lady say she would, but then I think she didn't switch because she was like, Amor, I'm beginning to think that Holly did it on purpose. And I was like, huh? So I think she may have switched. She might be over there on Key's panel. Because she was supposed to give me the documents, but she was like, I'm beginning to believe that Holly did this on purpose. She was a Holly supporter, and I think she switched. She said, they said Carlos motioned for Ramika over there, so they unalived her. Yeah, I don't think that happened. I think that they'll say anything to try to fit their narrative. Carlos motioned for her over there. Carlos, did you motion for her to come over? I don't think so. And not only that, they were they were strapping the baby in the car. So what do you think they were saying? Oh, come over and see the baby. Yeah, no. He knew what type of person he was dealing with for years. So I absolutely do not believe that at all. Carlos said no. I believe that she pulled up because she saw them and she was on that type of time. She was on that type of time. They just don't want to believe that. In my opinion, they want Ramika's behavior to, and look at old line Q in my chat. They want Ramika's behavior to be Holly's behavior, and they want Holly's behavior to be Ramika's behavior. What do I mean by that? They want to paint the picture that Holly's calmness is how Ramika was, right? And how Ramika rah, they want to make it seem like that was Holly. That's what they want people to believe too. They really want people to believe that it was the other way around, that Holly was the body gangster thug or whatever you want to call it, the rowdy person or whatever on that day. And Ramika was just a quiet, like, I'm not doing anything. Like, why y'all doing this? I just dropped off my baby. Like, how could y'all do me like this? Like, come on, you guys. Let's talk about this. Let's come in here and kumbaya and let's all get along like a big happy family. Like, why are y'all doing me like this? This is just not fair. Like, come on, let me leave. Like, I just want to leave and go to work because I want to be a better person. I just wrote a note to my son, okay? I want to be a nurse. I want to change my life and be a great, wonderful mom. Like, you guys are trying to pull me into your drama, and I don't want to be in your drama at all. You can have this man. I don't want him. I'm over him. I got another decent man that I want to be with, and my family love me. Like, why did you make me stop? Like, let me go. Let me go. That's what they want people to believe. She said, I thought Q was blocked. I unblocked everybody like maybe a week ago, and then I went back and blocked some more people, and he's just one of the ones that I just haven't went back and reblocked. But Q listens to me every single day. He absolutely does. He listens to me every single day. Q definitely in it for the money. Let's just be honest. And I'm not saying don't make no money. He said, your chat super tight, calm down. But Q, be honest. Didn't you go to Ramika's side for the money? Tell the truth. Be honest. You went and did Team Ramika because you saw that they were over there. They were more emotional and they was paying money. Just tell the truth. Because when you was out here talking about Holly, you was only getting like 200 views, 100 views, 300 views. And then all of a sudden you start talking about Ramika. Now you get 2,000 views, 3,000 views, 5,000 views. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest, you know? She said, Amor, play Quadre's interview you did with him describing what he saw on the CPD pod camera. Girl, he was lying because that pod camera don't show none of that. None of that. He was just lying. Absolutely lying. I was like, you know what? You know how I knew he was lying? I didn't know he was lying right then and there. But I knew he was lying maybe, I think, a day or two later or whatever. Is because I was like, just show a screenshot. Just one still screenshot of what the video shows. Just one still screenshot. That joker was like, no, I can't do it. I'm being threatened. And if I do it, they're saying they're going to do this to me. They're going to do that to me or whatever. I'm like, I understand. I get it. I understand. I was like, yeah, this nigga lying. Because if you ask me, do I have a video? And I'm telling you, I have a video. And you just say, Amor, just show me one screenshot of it. I'll show you one screenshot of it. I would show you one screenshot of it. But I wouldn't show the video, but I would show you a screenshot. That's how I knew he was lying. And do you notice he's never shown a video? He's never shown a video. But what he did do, he said, shoot, let me change up this. Shoot, Holly ain't got the supporters over here. Let me go on over there to Ramika. They emotional. They rowdy, body. Let me go on over there. Shoot, let me go on over there. They got the views going. Shoot, let me go on over there. Let me be another Keys. Let me be another Keys. She said, Q has no reason to ever lie. So why did he then? If Q has no reason to ever lie, then why did he? Because when he came out here, he said that Ramika was the violent one. Ramika was the aggressor. Ramika swung on. Matter of fact, he said, you know what Q said? Q actually said that Ramika swung on Holly while she was face backwards. Like she was turned backwards, like her back was facing Ramika. And now I know that shit is not true. So the person that says Q has no reason to ever lie, okay, girl, you must be that girl in New Jersey that came and got him up off the curve or something. Cause girl, bye. That was based off of history. I never said she swung on her. I said she grabbed her hair. Same thing. Same thing. She grabbed her hair, but that didn't happen. She grabbed her hair before the pow happened, but she didn't grab her hair while she was turned, like her back was turned to her, to Ramika, like you told everybody. She said, Q is working to be a model citizen. He has completely changed his life around. Okay. Kalia must be the girl from New Jersey that's getting them kibbles and bits, girl. Shy. He also said that Ramika was going for the baby, and that's when Holly shot. Oh, damn. Did he say that? She was going for the baby? I may have to play that back. Amor, you will be in his content all week now. I know, girl, and don't care because I don't watch them at all. That's how you literally can ignore people. You don't even watch them. You know? He said 2 different things I told, all for all my lies I told, so I'm clean. Yeah, no, you ain't clean. Holly and Meeks were both going after each other. Both were acting pretty petty to one another. Not on September the 8th, baby. Not on September the 8th, baby. Not on September the 8th. Petty is not threatening to unalive someone and take their life. That's not being petty. That's being criminal. It's a difference. Being petty and being a criminal is two different things. But yeah, that must be some type of Ramika alert out here on the YouTube streets. Like, I'm serious. I think there's some type of Ramika alert. Because when I said Ramika, my numbers went up. Like, do y'all have some type of back call? Ramika, more chat. Let's run to a more chat. She said, yes, Q said she was trying to get to the baby, Carlson. She said, how am I a troll and I support a more channel? I don't agree with everything she says because I can have my own opinion. Yep, you sure can have your own opinion. She says, petty, I am saying because they were taking shots at each other online. The one or two times, okay, let's just say they were taking shots online. How does shots online and shots offline, do you think that's the same thing? Because it's not. Once it's taken offline and to your phone, to your inbox, to your messenger, then it becomes harassment. It becomes harassment. See, online is just being petty. But when you take it offline, that's harassment. And then when you add the threats onto it, that's terroristic threats. It's a difference. It's absolutely a difference. You know? She says, can't wait till they show you why Holly deleted her Facebook and TikTok. She actually didn't delete it. So how you feel? It's not deleted. It's just that you can't see it. They have always claimed to be supporters for the moment. Shaking my head. Trust me, Ari is looking for prints and DNA on Holly's passenger side door where the baby was. Oh. He said, I told all my lies. I admitted where I lied at and still never lied about the video. Ask Los, I told him everything that happened. Yeah, I don't know about that. She said, well, I do believe it was over K on that day. She took her life, but I'm waiting to find out why Meeks made the U-turn. Kalia, Meeks made the U-turn because she pulled up on demon time, sweetheart. She pulled up to fight. She literally pulled up to fight. She said, Holly didn't follow the law we have in Chicago, so she got to answer to them. That's not, you have no idea what you're talking about, Q. You've been listening to other people too much. Q, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this. So when Holly is acquitted for self-defense, what you gonna do? Are you gonna try to slide back over and be like, oh, I told y'all it was self-defense. I told y'all it was self-defense. Or are you gonna look like an entire goofy? What are you gonna do? Let me know. What are you gonna do when she is acquitted on self-defense? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna continue to blog about it? Or are you just gonna blog on something different? What are you going to do? I'm just asking. What are you gonna do? He went from disliking Mika to pretending he was dating her, alluding to. He act like he was dating Mika? I didn't even know that. You know, I don't be listening to them like that. He said he was dating Romika? Oh my God. I'm part of the streets. I've seen multiple different things happen. You have been wrong about plenty of things within this case alone, starting with that's court case. What court case? What have I been wrong about? Saying that she was going to come home on one day and she didn't come home. Tell me what else I've been wrong about. Please explain. What have I been wrong about? You can't even say it out your damn mouth because I haven't been wrong about anything. Only thing I did is say, oh, she was 100% coming home on that day. I was wrong about that. And I came out and said, I was wrong, y'all. I'll never say 100% again. He's going to say he knew she was going to get off. Then he won't even have anything to talk about. That right there. She said, I think Q's life was threatened, so he became a Meek supporter. However, Holly and Meeks both should have made different decisions on that day it happened. She said, yes, saying she was coming home, reading ChatGPT, that's tailored to your questions. So you have been feeding lies. No, if I've been feeding lies, why are you over here then? I did say she was coming home, and that was the only thing I was wrong about. And ChatGPT didn't tell me she was coming home. I thought she was coming home because I thought the information that Ari had about witness number 3 was solid. I didn't know that there was 35-minute difference in the damn camera footage, because had it not been, I do believe she would have came home. But nevertheless, I still believe that she will be acquitted for self-defense. But since you think I'm spreading lies, let me go on and help you out, bro. Bro, man, from the 5th floor. There you go. But she said manslaughter is not even on the table. No, manslaughter is not on the table. Who said something about manslaughter? Who said something about manslaughter? He's here to take something back to the Pink Mafia. Yeah, or go to his live and tell more lies and things of that nature. That's what he does. He come over to my panel and then run back. He come over to my panel, T panel, Amber panel, and then run back over there and get them all emotionally involved. Weirdo. He's a weirdo. But anyway, he's gone. We ain't got to talk about him no more. He's insignificant. Insignificant. Let's not make him significant over here. Play the interview with screenshots or more. That will answer a lot. When it comes to Q, I'm really not studying what Q had to say. In my opinion, Q is a very non-factor. He really wanted to kiss and make up to Carlos. And when Carlos didn't want to tongue kiss him back, he got mad and ran over there and started making up all these lies about, oh, you know, he's gay and he been over for men and this, that, and the other, whatever. Any man that accused another man of being gay the way he did, then they're gay. They're taking it down their esophagus, okay? They're taking it down their esophagus. So, and that's just my opinion. He is looking for something to talk about so he can get the engagement from his people. Yes, that's what he's doing. He just climbing through everybody's window, LOL. Hey, Ashley, exactly. That's what he's doing, climbing through everybody's window, trying to start shit. This case is too early to take any charges off the table. As things progress, they may add lesser charges because they have to go through discovery. Well, right now they have only charged first degree, 6 different counts. I actually don't think that well, here's the thing. I honestly do not believe that the state will be able to disprove beyond a reasonable doubt that it was not self-defense. They're not going to be able to disprove it. So in my opinion, I do not believe they'll be able to disprove it. So with that being said, if they cannot prove that it was not self-defense, then any other charge doesn't matter. Second degree don't matter. Manslaughter don't matter. Nothing matters if they cannot disprove self-defense. And that's going to be a hard thing to do. She says, saying they did it with other men in front of him. So you watch. Exactly, because he's saying, oh, I watched it. I watched them have sex. So why would Q want to watch 2 men have sex? That's because he was aroused. You know, and for people to sit there and listen to that and believe that. But I understand that there's a lot of people following this case, in my opinion, that lacks education, lacks comprehension, just lack basic brain skills. They believe in, you still got people still saying, oh, you know, Holly and Carlos pulled up to the school, like right in front of the building. Like they don't have the comprehension skills to understand what's going on. She said, I believe the 6 different theories of M charges is going to be hard. So I think they would introduce alternative charges as things progress. It doesn't work like that, Clea. It doesn't work like that. The defense have to want other charges. When someone gets charged with first degree, the defense can say, no, you charge my client with first degree, prove first degree, or my client walks. So all that, oh, they're going to introduce lesser charges, bullshit or whatever. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. They got to go back to the grand jury and this, that, and the other. But that's not how it works. You can't just be like, oh, it looks like I'm not going to be able to prove first degree, so let me just go and think of something else just so I can keep her in jail. Because if that's the case, you could say, oh, let me try to get her for a speeding ticket. That's just not how things work. He said, dude as will lie on Jesus for some attention. And I believe it. I believe he'll lie on Jesus and all his disciples for some attention. Q has a sick obsession with Lo. It's not normal. I swear to God, he's so upset. Carlos hasn't talked to him in years and it's killing him. Yep, I believe that. And I can see that. I can absolutely see that. It's really a lack of respect for men of color, especially in Chicago. What is a lack of respect for men of color? Him saying that he sat there and watched men have sex? And he just watched it and videotaped it and didn't jump in? But her behavior should speak for herself. Behavior shows on the video and calls. What do you think about Cardi B spending $1.2 million on the Super Bowl weekend for her baby daddy? Just for her to come out and say that she don't want to be with him no more? I think Cardi B crazy. But I love me some Cardi though. I love her, but you know, she a sucker for men, I guess. The defense doesn't get to approve charging decisions. Prosecutors can add, drop, or amend charges as the case develops, especially during discovery. The judge oversees timing and fairness. Where, Kalia, go, tell me where you got that from. Tell me where you got that from. Looked like Carlos got up out of here when Q came in here. No, he's still in here. He's still in here. He just made a comment. Carlos is still in here. Let me see. Where you at, Carlos? You just made a comment. Oh, there you go right there. Carlos is still in here. She said, no, the women getting emotionally attached to RH and Holly case. Oh, you said there's really a lack of respect for men of color, especially in Chicago? Oh, the ones that's getting attached to the case? I got you. She said, Kalia, she's reading a coloring book. She needs to go color. She said, if prosecutors want to change or add felony charges in an indicted case, they usually go back to the grand jury. Yeah, they do have to go back to the grand jury, but it has to make sense. So listen, but do you know how weak that'll be? Do you know how weak that'll be? They literally already came out here and told the judge in the proffer that this was intentional first-degree murder, okay? So if they go back after discovery to the grand jury for and it has to be a felony charge in order to go back to the grand jury, right? And if they go back to the grand jury with another felony charge, it's going to make their case even weaker because it's going to be like, damn, so you guys got it wrong the first time. You said the first time it was intentional felony murder. Now you saying it was what? Accidental, or because, you know, for it to be manslaughter, it has to be accidental. And they can't go back for second degree because second degree is not a standalone charge. So the only thing they can go back is for manslaughter. And how you gonna say it was an accident? When Romika pulled up, how was it an accident? So I don't think that's gonna be the case. And what other charges they're gonna go back for? I don't think that's gonna be the case. It's gonna make them look weak, very, very weak. Very, 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 very weak. That's going to weaken their case, but I don't even think that's going to happen, to be honest with you. They're going to have to prove first degree, and they're not going to be able to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt, and Holly's going to walk. Holly is going to walk, in my opinion. And it's not because she's not going to walk because she's a perfect person. She's going to walk because the state is not going to be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that it was not self-defense. That's why she's going to walk. And self-defense is not murder. It's not a crime. The law says you can defend yourself. And by the law, she defended herself. She said, I 100% agree, Rita. Q is disrespectful. If I was listening, I would not entertain nothing around Q. Yeah, that's why I blocked him. That's why I blocked him. She said, I would too. Dude is annoying as hell and always popping up wherever he's at. Exactly. And when people drop their link, he grabs it and they bring him on the panel and entertain him. But some people will let anybody on their panel. Y'all know I don't do that. I don't just let anybody on my panel. Especially after I found out that you a weirdo. Yeah, I'm like, nah, you're not coming up here. You're not coming up here. So, but no, I honestly do believe that it's going to be very, very difficult unless something else changes. I'm talking about drastic change. As of right now, what is out there right now, it does not look good for the state, in my opinion. I know it probably a lot of people probably think it looked good for the state because Holly is locked up right now, and that's what they're basing it off of. Oh, she's locked up right now. She's locked up right now. If your theory is true, then why is she locked up right now? Because, baby, detention and trial is two different things. And that's what people are not understanding, that it's two different things. It is weighed two totally different ways. So it's two different things. And if she gets out, if the appellate allows her out, or, you know, it'll actually be a kickback to the lower courts to relook at it again or whatever. I think that's how they do that. But if they do that and then she get out, what's going to happen with all those people that said she's never going to see the light of day? She's never coming out ever. She's going to rot in prison forever. What are they going to do? Are they going to be all right? Because I just need to know if they're going to be okay. Because these people are very adamant that she'll never see another light of day. Are they going to be all right? She said, I'm glad some people have no respect for their audience and allow anyone on there for clicks. Yeah, they do. Yes, they do. She said, what are they going back to court for in March? Just another status update. I think it may be every month until everything is done, I think. I don't speak on this, but they want to throw the whole self-defense out, but there is no way around it. That's what they hate. Oh, yeah, no, they're not going to be able to throw the self-defense out. How are you going to throw a self-defense out and this girl has wished her death and you know, harassed the dog shit out of her? She got a restraining order. She pulled up on her. Yeah, you cannot throw self-defense out. They're not going to be able to do that. They're not going to be able to do that. And to be honest with you, even without the restraining order and all that stuff makes it stronger. The threats make it stronger. But even without that, she can still claim self-defense. You don't have to have a restraining order and threats to claim self-defense. You can still claim self-defense without all of that. But they have to raise it. And once they raise it, that's it, you know? Did Carlos start a fitness channel? I don't know. Carlos, did you start a fitness channel? Did you start a fitness channel? I'm not sure. But what I don't understand is all the lies that they put out on this man. Like, what's all the lies for? Because how does that make, how do we guilty, or like, what does that have to do with the case? I never understood why they were so under his pants, worrying about who he was screwing, worrying about if he got a baby or not. All of that is distractions. All of that is fluff. Oh, is he gay and all that stuff? That ain't got nothing to do with the case at all. Nothing at all. Has absolutely nothing to do with the case. These people are just trying to find something to say. Something to say. And that proves right there that they don't have shit. They don't have shit. And Carlos is not even on trial. You know? She said, I answered that, Amora. See previous. You answered what? Let me see. The women getting emotionally attached to her. Yeah. But wait a minute. What about the content creators that's doing it? I think that they are trying to, just have something to talk about. I think the content creators that are doing that bull crap just trying to have something to talk about. That has nothing to do with nothing. Nothing to do with nothing. She said they're going to make up more lies. And is. Hell, they probably going to change Carlos to a whole woman real soon. Like, he was born a woman, now he's a man. Like, A great break in the case. Oh. Yeah, so I do believe that they're going to make up more lies. I think so. The CCs just lie to please their weak-minded supporters and can't think for themselves. Yep. I do believe a lot of the supporters are going to be like, wait a minute, but you said this and you said that. And if that's the case, then how did this happen? They know there is a large audience of unmarried women without representation. Yeah, that's true. When do you start school? How many days a week? I'm going to be going 5 days a week. I think 5 days a week. I think it's 5 days a week. Oh, let me see. I think it is 5 days a week. I start on the 16th though. I can't wait. Can't wait till I'm done. No, I can't wait. I actually talked to my guidance counselor next week. I haven't talked to her yet. I think it's 5 days a week though. But it's online. Let me see. Well, it don't say 5 days a week, but it's online. I don't know. I'll find out. I'll let you know. Is there any new info about the pill? No, not yet. Not yet. She said another good case, a more racing man not guilty of first-degree murder in 2022 killing of a pregnant woman. Jury finds not guilty yesterday. Is that in Chicago? Let me see. Oh, that's in Milwaukee. Ooh, she was pregnant?
Family of a pregnant woman killed in the scene say they are feeling heartbreak once again. The man charged with a homicide was found not guilty at trial.
6 Series is here, and Ash, the family says their fight continues.
Yeah, that's right. Vanessa Anderson was killed in October 2021. Her boyfriend was arrested and charged 8 months later. His trial began last week, and family thought they might start to heal. Now they fear that might never happen. It's not fair. For the last 5 years, Lanaya and Jabay Anderson have experienced pain 2 young girls never should.
I just feel so lost, Dylan. I'm hurt.
They've been grieving the loss of their mother, never imagining that heartache could grow.
It was really hard for all of us.
In October 2021, as they awaited the arrival of their baby sister, their mother, Vanessa Anderson, was stabbed to death inside her Racine home just 8 days before her due date.
She was 9 months pregnant. That's not fair at all.
In June 2022, her boyfriend, 46-year-old William Bunch, was arrested and charged. Family hoped they could begin to heal. Last week, his trial began. After 5 days, it ended in a way the Andersons did not anticipate.
I was lost for words. I'm still lost. A jury found Bunch not guilty, acquitting him in the stabbing death of Vanessa and her unborn baby.
I feel there's no justice.
The Anderson family says they are confused and deeply saddened, not understanding how this happened.
No one want to feel this.
As they grieve, they're more determined than ever to continue to stand up for a woman they loved so much.
I'm going to fight for her justice. We're going to get justice.
We reached out to Bunch's lawyer. She did not want to comment. The Racine County District Attorney's Office didn't get back to us. The Andersons say they plan to pursue a civil lawsuit and are currently looking for an attorney. Ben?
Oh, our hearts just go out to that family. All right, Ashley.
So how did they get, I thought they was going to explain why he was not guilty. Let me look. What did the jury say? Why was he not guilty? That's what I want to know. Hold on. It says the jury finds him not guilty, but for why? It doesn't say why he was found not guilty. It says the family says a not guilty verdict in her homicide case has renewed the pain. In court, the record shows he was acquitted on first-degree intentional homicide. Prosecutors had charged him in June 2022. Prosecutors said he was the father and he was married to another woman and did not want Anderson to have his baby. A criminal complaint said he was invasive and nervous when speaking to the police and said he didn't have anything to do with Anderson's death while sweating profusely and breathing heavily. What they're saying, Anderson family says their heartbreak has deepened after the man charged in her death was acquitted at trial. The result they feared will make healing even harder. I need to look into this case because did he actually do it? She said lack of evidence. So they didn't even prove that he did it. Did they prove that he did it? Because it looked like, he said he didn't do it. So how is that self-defense if he said he didn't do it? And they saying that he did because he was sweating and nervous when talking to the police. They couldn't prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he actually did it. So she just got an unsolved murder. So who did it? Wow. Lack of evidence. Oh, wow. She said, I sent you something more where a guy was attacking a man a lot smaller than him. He shot that man in the back and got off on self-defense, the whole thing on camera. And that's from where? What state? I'll look at it though. But I'm gonna look at it tomorrow. I'm about to get off. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed y'all day. Let me look right before I get off to see if any updates on the other case right quick.
No problem. I do want to pause on that though, because whether there's a press conference scheduled or not, from a legal perspective, most states have a hold period where you could hold somebody without charging them just as you work on that. So I would need to know what the specific mechanics are here from a legal standpoint. I don't know off the top of my head what it might be as it applies to this particular county or Arizona. That would be research we would want to do. But from a legal standpoint, what has to happen here? They have to get to a point where they obviously had some cause for the stop. And then they need to get to a point where once their law enforcement activity is wrapped up or they're reasonably along tonight, whoever's going to file charges in this case, whether it's done at the county level, at the state level, I think it's instructive that it's the county that is the ones that are putting this information out. It's not coming from the FBI. It leads us to believe at this, at least early stage, that this is going to be a potential for a state case. We'll see. But they would have to get to a point where they feel they have enough evidence to go to a judge to say we're going to charge this person with an arrest complaint and list the potential charges. They can add to those charges at some point. They can add more information, but once they think they have enough to kind of clear that bar, then they would be able to do that. Whether or not we get to that point with this particular individual, I don't know. But obviously, to take this person into custody, they have a sense that they think that this is a path worth at least looking into.
You've been clear that based on the information that you and the team have, we cannot say for sure. We do not know if the person seen in this video, the surveillance video we've been showing, those images that came out earlier today released by the FBI, is the same individual who's been detained for questioning. Clearly, though, Tom, that the high-profile nature, the way that these images were released, the fact that the FBI put it out there, the president of the United States reviewed the surveillance video, and his press secretary talked about it, in her briefing today. The accelerated pace of this investigation is worth noting, along with, Tom, the fact that there had been a question of whether there was even any images in the first place at all just days ago, right? Because the sheriff.
I want to see some because, baby, the look right here, look, let me see. Yeah, that's him. That's him, y'all. Look. Look at me with my investigator's ass. Eyes, y'all. Look at his eyes. And then look at his lips, okay? You see his eyes and you see his lips. And then look at this guy. I'm going to blow it up as well. Look at his lips. If you just focus on the lips, right? Look at the eyes. Let me do it again. Shit, I wish I could do it at the same time. Actually, I can. Hold on. I could do it at the same time. I'm tripping. Let's put it up here at the same time. All right. The lips look the same to me too. I can't see his I can't see his ears, but all right, let's put it up there. Look at me being a whole investigator over here. All right, so the lips look the same to me. I mean, I know people got thin paper. Some people got these thin paper lips. But these lips look, it's the only thing, his mustache is dark here, where it's look hazel or blonde here and non-existence. But the eyes, they look big. The pupil, y'all know what I'm talking about, the pupil. They're big. Everybody don't have big pupils like this, right? But don't that look like them to you? That look like them to me. I could be wrong, y'all, but it looked like it to me. And his eyebrows. Yeah, look at it. Y'all, look at that dude. Y'all, that's him, y'all. I'm sorry, that's him. He just got straight busted. Yeah, that's him. That is him. She said, look like a woman that just got her eyebrows done. Them lips don't look like no woman lips. Masked guy have a mustache. The masked guy have a mustache, but like somebody said, they could grow it, they could shave it, they could grow it, they could shave it. She said, yes, the eyes tells a lot. Yep, them eyes are the same. Them eyes are the same, baby. She said, that's him. Wow. Yep, that's him. So I think so anyway. So anyway, I think it's the same person. But we'll find out, they, like she said, they only can. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this photo right here. Hold on. Them the damn exact eyebrows, y'all. Look, y'all. Them the exact eyebrows. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Y'all, this joker, this is him. This is this guy. But they already said it's him though, right? I think they already said it's him. I might be jumping the gun. But I mean, I might be being slow. Look at them eyebrows. And then look at them eyebrows. They the same. You see the eyebrows. Let me see if I can bring that in closer. No, not that one. Yeah, they're the same eyebrows. This is the same guy. Oh, yeah, they got the same eyebrows. Hold on. The eyebrows do look like girl eyebrows, but damn, they do look like girl eyebrows. But ain't no girl eye, ain't no woman eyes that damn big. I mean, well. Y'all so damn funny. But that's them. That's him. Him, her, whoever. Look at these eyebrows. They thin. Yeah, that's him. Big old pupils. Yeah, that's him. He just grew a mustache, but it's definitely him. With them thin ass eyebrows. His eyebrows are thicker than the man on the video. They might just be looking like that, but his eyebrows come together and meet like kind of by the nose. The same way this person eyebrows meet by the nose, almost by the nose. Look. They stretch across his entire eye area and meet by the nose. See? The eyebrows come in, they meet right here. And that's the same with this guy. His eyebrows come in and meets. Not all the way, but you could definitely kind of tell. I can. So anyway, I think it's him. She said, yes, look like the same eyes. Yep. She said, they look thinner to me. They may be, he might get them waxed. Who knows? Y'all know these men around here getting their fingernails polished and shit. And going to get Brazilian waxes and shit. You know what I'm saying? So we can't put that past them. We could definitely not put that past them. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to go and give me some sleep because tomorrow I'm going to be breaking down that 2+ hour live stream of Jerron telling his side of the story, y'all. I already have it set. So for those that are interested, you got to tap in, tap in, tap in. She said the first one looked like a woman. You mean the one that was actually at the house looked like a woman? Like right here? You saying that looked like a woman? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so, though. Yes, it's Miss Magnificent. She said, when are you doing Justin content? So I looked at that today, y'all. And I got in my feelings about it. That's why I didn't do it. Because I don't even know if she can do anything, but baby, I would. I just would. And I just have a feeling that she won't. But when I saw it, I was just like, why are you not doing anything? But she probably don't even know what to do. And then I was reading the comments of people telling her that she needs to take off and be there for her daughters. So that's why I kind of got in my feelings. I ain't gonna lie. And I think he does it to embarrass her, right?
Where's your backpack? Did Did you bring it? Dina, say hello to mommy. Hello. Look at me. My love, are you okay? Yes. Come give me a hug. My love. Come here. Let me see your teeth.
Well, my tooth is funny.
My love. What is your
Look, y'all. She come back from her daddy
Get over your
house
shoe.
with a flip-flop and a Croc shoe on. Her daddy allowed her to go to her mom's. He returned her after a week-long stay with him with a pair of flip-flops and a pair of Crocs on. And I just don't think he gives a damn. He does not care at all. And it's just weird to me. It literally is weird to me that he didn't even care. He didn't even say, Junie, where is your shoes? He's just like, nope, just grab one. Oh, you can only find that one. Okay, grab that one then. And I know that Cora laughs it off and just, she probably angry as shit on the back end, but she laughs it off on the front end. But oh my God, I would have to make a phone call. Like, why do you do this? Why do you do this? But I mean, it is what it is. I think he does it because he knows that she's going to have them on camera and it is to embarrass her. He got these kids running down the damn sidewalk, right, to meet their mother with 2 different pair of shoes on.
No. Come here. Let me see.
He don't even try to have them looking no way decent. Then Junie's running back, 2 different pair of shoes on. Like, it's just completely normal. It was something Junie said, but Justin don't want them wearing their good clothes to her house. Yes, I did hear that. I heard her say that. Let me see if I can get it. We can't wear the good clothes or the fancy clothes or something like that. She said.
What's going on? Athena, there's a giant hole in your pants.
Hold on.
My love, what is your shoe? What's going on with your shoe? What's going on? Athena, there's a giant hole in your pants. Come on. You couldn't take.
She says, we can't pick the beautiful clothes. That's what she just said. We can't pick the beautiful clothes.
You couldn't take the beautiful. What?
Don't pick the beautiful clothes.
Oh, we can't take the beautiful clothes. So he didn't told them that they're not allowed to wear the beautiful clothes back to their mama house. They have to just wear the throwaways. We can't take the beautiful clothes, is what she said.
You couldn't take the beautiful clothes.
Yeah. And I almost have no shoes to wear. So I wear one which is not my size and one which is Croc.
Get it.
It's uncomfortable.
And then she said it's uncomfortable. She said we can't take the beautiful clothes. So I have one that's not my size, and then I have a Croc. This don't make no damn sense to me. You know, I just look at it like some women allow men to play with them because, baby, I promise you, ooh, I wouldn't have to deal with this. I know I wouldn't. She said, I think he does it to get an action on his page, good or bad. Yep, I think he does. Junie said something like, we couldn't wear our good clothes. Yeah, she said we can't take the beautiful clothes. That man has lost his entire mind. Let's go to what I wanted to show y'all that he said that I thought was messed up. That showed his I was gonna do a live on this, but I could just go ahead and do it now. Let me show you what hate looked like. Oh, hater. Oh, hating ass hater. Let me show you right here. Look at this bullshit, y'all. And I know y'all probably already seen it because it's days old. Hell, it's probably weeks old. It's probably months old. Y'all know I'm behind on this shit. But listen to this. This what made me. So y'all know Cora made 12,000 followers, right? She got 12,000 followers and she somewhat celebrated it on her page, right? Let me show you what a bona fide ass hater look like. Y'all know there's a whole lot of haters out here, right? Like, y'all do know that there's a whole lot of haters that they'll sit there and watch your ass, you know, or whatever, and be straight up hating on you the entire time. Like, literally hating on you. Let me close some of these windows. Let me show you what an old hater look like. Old hater ass. Old hater ass. Listen to this hater, okay?
So I recently just crossed 1 million followers on Facebook. No celebrations. Not because I'm ungrateful, but because I'm raising 2 little girls. And if I teach them that external metrics of validation are how they base their self-worth, such as likes, views, and follower count, I'm a failure of a father. Instead, I would rather have them build their confidence through overcoming fears, accomplishing goals, and chasing their dreams. External success is loud. Internal validation is quiet and lasts a lifetime. So I recently just crossed 1 million followers on Facebook.
So that's his shade. That's him throwing shade at Cora celebrating making 12 million followers, right? That's his shade. The reason why he's not going to celebrate his 1 million followers is because he's trying to teach his daughters that, you know, life is not about likes, clicks, and views and follower count, right? He's throwing shade at her. Let's listen to it again, and then I'm going to show you how he's a liar, okay? Pants on fire, all right?
No celebrations. So I recently just crossed 1 million followers on Facebook. No celebrations.
And he probably bought that shit.
Not because I'm ungrateful, but because I'm raising 2 little girls. And if I teach them that external metrics of validation.
External metrics of validation. Are you absolutely kidding me? So basically he's saying, don't celebrate your accomplishments, right? You know, your external accomplishments. Don't celebrate those. You know, they don't mean nothing, right? That's basically what he's saying. They don't mean nothing. External celebrations don't mean anything.
Or how they base their self-worth, such as likes, views, and follower count. I'm a failure of a father. Instead, I would rather.
And then he says, I'm a failure of a father, meaning that if he celebrated, he'll be a failure of a father, trying to say that Cora is a failure of a mother.
Count. I'm a failure of a father. Instead, I would rather have them build their confidence through overcoming fears, accomplishing goals, and chasing their dreams.
That's why he have them jumping off a damn high fucking steps and shit and hurting themselves and stuff like that, overcoming their fears.
External success is loud. Internal validation is quiet and lasts a lifetime.
Oh, he's such an ass. But listen to this. Look at this. So he says he don't celebrate it, right? So I went through some of his photos. Let me see if they're going to come up. And I seen where he was celebrating smaller than 1 million. Hold on. Give me a second. I know I've seen it, but let me see where I've seen it at. Look, he celebrated 920,000. I just reached 920K. Thank you for Thank you for continuing the support. I could never have made it without each one of you. So he celebrated 920, but that's not all. That's not all. That's not all. Let's go to another one. Uh-oh. I just celebrated. Hold on. I just reached 860K. Thank you for your continued support. I could have never made it without each one of you. So he could celebrate less than, right? But he reached 1 million. And the reason why he didn't want to celebrate it, why? Oh, well, because Cora just celebrated 12 million. Cora just celebrated 12 million. So he want to come on here and act like he don't celebrate external wins, okay? He's a whole effing liar. And he's a whole effing hater. He's a freaking hater. If he had 12 million and Cora just only had 1 million, he will rub it all up in her nose, her eyes, her damn ears. He will rub it all up in there, right? Look, he's celebrating being top chiropractor of 2023 in California, which he probably created that his damn self. It's probably AI. But no, you know, it's just these people like him that hate on somebody else's wins, right? All because he doesn't have 12 million. He's trying to downplay it like it ain't shit, right? Like it's nothing. And then try to make it seem like, oh, you're not a good parent if you do. Man, let's listen to this shit one more time. I was like, no, he didn't. He talking about 1 million followers, don't care. I'm not raising followers. I'm raising daughters who knows their worth. Integrity keeps no scoreboard. He's such an ass for that. A straight up ass.
So I recently just crossed 1 million followers on Facebook. No celebrations. Not because I'm ungrateful, but because I'm raising 2 little girls. And if I teach them that external metrics of validation are how they base their self-worth, such as likes, views, and follower count, I'm a failure of a father. Instead, I would rather have them build their confidence through overcoming fears, accomplishing goals, and chasing their dreams. External success is loud. Internal validation is quiet and lasts a lifetime. So I recently just crossed 1 million followers on Facebook.
Y'all, this joker right here. Ooh. Anyway. Child, that's why I be anyway. This man is horrible to me. This man is horrible to me. He's a hater. And you know, to hate your ex-wife, one that you wanted to have deported back to Nigeria, right? Because he claimed her whole success in America. I'm the reason for her season. I'm the reason why she's here. I'm the reason why she's seen. I'm the reason why she makes money, right? So he does that. He's a hater. He really thought that she was going to fall on her face without him. That's how most of them feel. And they get mad. When they see someone that they either claim they left or that left them, however you want to slice it, they get mad when they see that person succeed. And he's seeing her succeed right in front of his face, and it bothers his soul. It bothers his being. It literally bothers him. And that's why he acts like that. She said, those poor babies, I hope they don't need counseling. Can she take them out of the country yet? I don't even know if she could take them out of the country yet, because, you know, when she did the, when they raised that 70-something thousand, I think $77,000 for her defense fund, and she literally just stuck to the agreement, and a lot of people was upset and whatnot. I thought she got it done then, but apparently not. So I just, you know, sometimes you just be like, hey, they the mama, right? They the mama, they the parent, they got to deal with it. We just the bloggers. So sometimes you got to just take your feelings out of it, because I was just like, man. But you said, I hope they don't need counseling. They will need counseling. I guarantee you they will need counseling. I guarantee you this man is talking down about Cora to those girls. I guarantee it. I absolutely guarantee it. So they will need counseling. They absolutely will. She said he's so jealous of Cora and he stalks the shit out of her. Oh yeah, I guarantee you he does. I just hate Cora won't fight like I would. Sign that passport. You know, and that's where we have to take a step back and just say, you know what? We love her, we support her, but we can't run her, right? And she's the one that got to deal with it. So no matter how much we feel about it, because I feel like she should do something about him sending the kids home in mismatched shoes, right? I mean, that's a concern. In my opinion, that's a concern, you know? However, you know, she probably thinks it's not a big deal. And I feel like he does it just because he knows she's going to be online. And he's like, yeah, put that one on. I want them to talk about me. I think he wants people to talk about him. She said, Athena hit her tooth from rough play. Her tooth is black now. I saw that, but I thought it was I thought she was eating fucking Oreos or something. Is that from her hurting her tooth? I thought that was, I saw that it was black, but I was like, she must just ate some Oreos. Oh, wow. Well, anyway, but I think Justin is going to stay Justin. I don't think Justin is going to change who he is. I think he's going to stay him. You know? He got Junie over there eating ice cream and French fries. Wow. Okay. Ice cream and French fries? Okay, I guess. But anyway. Yeah, so. But it's up to him. Whatever happened to his I want to go be the dad that does my black daughter's hair on YouTube. Whatever happened to that? I want to do my black daughter's hair on YouTube and make a bag. Did he give that up? Did he say, shit, I'm tired of going over there pretending like I like doing my daughter hair? He refused to sign again. Well, if he refused it and she ain't did anything, baby, we can't even worry about it, child. Then that just means she don't care, in my opinion. And I'm not going to care more than she does. Not as no blogger. She came home like that week, and he was throwing the ball in her face. You wonder how he sent Junie to school all crazy dressed. Listen. Well, look where he come from, though. Look where he come from. Look at his mama, how they live. Just look at them. They just, you know, some people just have that name faithfully, right? He just old trashy country. Where he from again? Not Omaha, but is it Utah? Where he from? He from, I forgot where he was from. Some small town. Oregon. Yeah. Oregon. I don't even know if Oregon is considered country, but I think where he lives is country, because then they have like cows and pigs and horses and shit out there. So anyway, he just one of them little dirty little, in my opinion, he just one of them little dirty little white boys. Dirty little white boys. You know, they have them. They don't call them thugs. They just call them dirty little white boys. That's what he is. And that's how it just seems like he give off that little trashy look. If he wasn't no chiropractor, and if he moved back to Oregon, he'd just be a dirty old little white boy. That's all he'll be. That like black girls. But that's one reason why he ain't going back to Oregon, because he ain't gonna be able to find him no black girls. He got to go where the black girls at. Somebody said that he was trying to move to Nashville, Tennessee. But I don't know. She said Justin told the girls that Cora was too dark. What? Are you serious, Super Leo? When did he tell the girls that Cora was too dark? What? Girl. Did that man say that for real? And what video was that? Girl, I've been out of the loop. He said Cora was too dark. What the fraganagle bull crap is that? I know he ain't told them damn. Are you kidding me? She said it like a month ago. So she said it or he said it? Did you hear it, or did she just say that that's what they said? That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Hey, imagine your mama too dark. Your mama too dark. What? That's absolutely absurd. Your mama too dark. Anyway, Cora only cares about money. You think so? You think that she only cares about making her money? Do you really think that? Do you think that she only cares about making her money? I mean, you probably look at it more than me. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to get off. I'm about to get off. So anyway, thank y'all for coming. Hit that thumbs up button. She said, yes, she only cares about money. Oh, Sonia said she only cares about money too. Cora. Really? Cora? I might have to start back watching Cora to see. She said yes and traveling the world. Yes, she only cares about money. Oh, that's 4 people saying it. 4 people done said it. I'm gonna have to start watching Cora more. Where y'all get that from? Like, what make y'all say that? Tell me. And when you say she only care about money, are you saying that in a way like, what? Tell me more. Like, are you saying that as in like she doesn't care about her children? Or she doesn't care? Like, what do you mean? Tell me. I might have to start back watching Cora to find out what's going on. Lisa said Cora is a good mother. She's the only one that takes him to the doctor or the dentist, cooks them real food. Okay. I used to follow her faithfully. Now I just watch every now and again. She did not fight for the girls, even with the donated money. A little over a year ago, the girls told him. Because she had the money to get those girls and she blew it. So is this all based on the donation thing? All he does is take them to the play just for the internet's sakes. He said it to the girls. Oh, so y'all saying that he says Cora only care about money, but y'all are not saying that's all she care about is money. You're just saying that's what he told the girls. That all she cares about is money, right? Oh no, you said I think she loves the money more than the girls. Really? I watch her sometime instead of combing her daughter's hair. She's more focused on her comments. I'm gonna have to watch a couple of Cora's videos. I haven't watched Cora in a minute. I mean, not like the whole, like not a long video, just like the little short she puts up. Like I'll watch like the little dancing, how you know how they say, you know, the little hello and goodbye to people and stuff like that. But not a like a long live stream or anything like that. She said, who wants to work with no play? They always look clean with her. She does their hair. I don't watch her anymore because I'll get so upset about the things like this. She cares about her kids also, but she believes that the father should take care of them too. She gets her breaks when he has to work extensively to make her money. I think the father should take care of him too. I mean, you know, he won't 50-50. I'm gonna have to check her out. I'm gonna check her out, and I'm gonna provide my observation after. I need to watch a few videos. The girls will blame her for forcing them to stay with JD. She needs him for a babysitter. No, she loves her comments and begging all through her lives. Nancy told her to stop send super chats so much when she was on there. Oh, really? Amor, I like her. I think that she feeds them well, but I had to step back because of the continuous request for money. Oh.
Listen, wanted to buy you Nike.
All right, I'm gonna check her out. I am going to check her out. I'm gonna watch a few of her live streams and see. I know at one time when her page was demonetized, she was doing that, but now that her page is back monetized, yeah, let me just check her out. Let me check her out. I want to check her out. So anyway, but thank y'all for coming through. We'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Time. That's Texas time, 2 p.m. Central. So y'all come back and check me out tomorrow. We will be talking about the Hertz twin dad and a whole nother damn narcissist just like fucking Justin. So y'all make sure y'all come through tomorrow at 2 Central. That is Texas time. I will be breaking down the 2+ hour lies that Jerron came out here with, okay? Now, I did hear some of it. I didn't hear the whole thing, but I want to break it down with you guys because, baby, you know, I mean, if you can come on here and talk for 2.5 hours and it's all lies, you deserve to be in some type of psych ward. But we're going to come back tomorrow at 2. So let me go get some rest. And tomorrow at 2, we will be breaking down Jerron Hertz. I said hurry, but Jerron Hertz 2+ hour video that he did, his rant that he did on Facebook the other day. Okay. Thank you, Barbara King, for becoming a member. Appreciate you, love. Thank you, Troy, for coming through, showing some love. Thank you, Tanya. Appreciate you. Thank you, Bonita. Appreciate you, Candy Girl. I appreciate you. And Cheryl, I appreciate you. Hey, you guys, if you don't mind, hit that thumbs up button on your way out. And I do appreciate you guys so very much. And I will see y'all tomorrow at what time? 2 p.m. Central. Okay. Let me read 2 more comments. She says she showed a difference. Athena gets away with murder and she makes excuses. Athena gets away with murder and she makes excuses for Athena. Maybe because she's younger. I don't know. And then she said, someone sent her $5 and told her to dance. And she got so angry and said, I don't dance for $5. Send me more if you want me to dance. Wow. Are you serious? Oh, wow. Wow. Anyway, on that note, y'all, somebody said, shit, I wouldn't dance for $5 either. Shit, I would. I'll dance for $5. I dance for 99 cents. I mean, if it's just shaking my booty, something I love to do anyway, I wouldn't mind if it was a supporter. All right, but anyway, y'all hit that thumbs up button and I'm going to talk to y'all later. Love y'all. Bye.
Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our names.
Jay! She kept talking about that film.
Hoes over there.
She kept talking about that family. She kept talking about that family. She kept talking about